My marriage didn't end with a fight. It ended with an 11-word text from my wife saying she was working overnight with her boss.
I always thought betrayal would arrive with warning signs late nights, secretive phone calls, arguments that hint at something deeper. But the night my marriage imploded, it came in the form of one short text message, delivered while I was struggling to open a stubborn box of pasta like a man locked in mortal combat with cardboard. The ping on my phone sounded harmless enough, the kind of notification you expect from your mom or a calendar reminder. Instead, it was from my wife, Sarah. "I'll be working overnight with my boss, Rick. Don't wait up." 11 words that didn't even bother pretending to be believable. Sarah had never worked a single overnight shift in 5 years. She bailed from her office at 5:01 every day because yoga and green smoothies were apparently sacred. And her boss, Rickwell, he was one of those polished corporate types who smelled like expensive cologne in midlife crisis. I stared at that message like it had personally insulted my IQ. Then I remembered my father's advice. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. I typed the most neutral response imaginable. "Thanks for letting me know," and sent it. No anger, no accusations. Just a 7-word message designed to make a guilty conscience twitch. And while most men might have erupted, punched walls, or spiraled, I found myself settling into a strange, serene clarity. A calm so sharp it felt like the eye of a storm. It took me seconds to understand what needed to be done. I walked into our bedroom and stared at Sarah's immaculate closet, with its color-coded clothes arranged like museum exhibits. Each dress, blazer, and scarf had a story and probably a price tag that made my bank account sweat. If Rick wanted my wife so badly he was willing to work overnight, then he could have her whole curated wardrobe, too. I grabbed a stack of empty Amazon boxes, because of course we had plenty, and began packing with the precision of a surgeon. Work clothes, gym clothes, dresses she wore to company events where she giggled too much at Rick's jokes. Even that pretentious scarf he complimented once, the one she'd worn religiously afterward. Folding her things felt strangely therapeutic. Each neat layer was like removing a weight from my chest. Married men spend fortunes on therapy. All I needed was cardboard. Her shoes went next, including the $600 heels she swore were a career investment. Then her jewelry, pearls, bracelets, the necklace from her grandmother. I wrapped everything carefully. Betrayal doesn't mean you forget basic decency. By box 10, I was humming. By box 12, I was laughing out loud enough for our elderly neighbor to knock and ask if I'd inhaled cleaning fumes. I assured her I was fine. Better than fine. By 11 p.m., my Honda Civic looked like it was smuggling a collapsed Macy's. I drove across town with the radio blasting breakup anthems, feeling absurdly empowered. Rick's office building was pristine, all glass and steel, and the night guard was dead asleep, snoring like he'd been tranquilized. Perfect. Trip by trip, I stacked box after box in front of Rick's office door, clothes, shoes, bags, suitcases, her whole identity assembled into a beautifully humiliating tower. Then I placed a handwritten note on top. Sarah's belongings. "She's your problem now. Daniel, I took a photo, a masterpiece." When Sarah discovered her delivery at 4 in the morning, she called me 15 times. I finally answered with a yawn that could have won an Oscar. Her voice cracked with rage, humiliation, and something close to panic. "Are you insane? My clothes are here. My life is here." I told her calmly that I was only being efficient if she was spending the night with Rick. Surely her belongings should be close by. She screamed. I remained calm. Eventually she hung up on me with an "I hate you" so dramatic I almost applauded. 3 hours later, her mother called. Linda, blessed with a saintly talent for denial, shrieked accusations at me about cruelty and disrespect. I simply asked if Sarah had mentioned her overnight shift with Rick. Silence, then more shrieking. I hung up politely. Then came Rick. He called pretending nothing inappropriate had happened, emphasizing that Sarah was going through a tough time in her marriage. I nearly choked. Tough time? This was the same woman who bought a designer handbag last week because it was an investment. I let Rick ramble until he ran out of oxygen, then told him he was welcome to everything of Sarah's, including the headaches. He hung up without a goodbye.